What's going on, everybody? Tyler, Sean. Haven't used bees in forever. Are they good? We'll find out. Vaporizer, Quentin. Oh, yes, the bees, Quentin. Vegas Gaming, what up? Brooke. Sam, Luis. David's here. Henry, Ryan. Nah, Luis, bees are not how they were before. I mean, they were ridiculously overpowered before with their mechanic. But it's in between. It's not as bad as it was right after it was nerfed. Anyway, I went with mass destruction for this one. So we are going to use some mass, and I'm going to rely on buffing these bees heavily. Let's see, and I think I'm just going to try something like this. I actually got this thought from Nictus and Hypnotoad have been working on some bee setups. And this came from them using just a power pylon buffed bee setup. And the bees end up doing an incredible amount of damage. See, we'll go like that. Let's do the lower lane first. But this will be literally my very first map trying. I'm in the middle of Ancient Power resets, Quentin. I don't have luxuries like being able to play around with different things. I've got a very limited set of gear. What's going on, Eli? How you doing? Mass Destruction is the first Mastery shard you get at 55 stars in Mastery. We be spamming here. Let's see. I got 2 there. There's no ranged mobs here, is there? No. I am going to have to take a look at my reflect beams, though. Ricky, what's going on? Mr. Icos, what up? Actually, I got a ton of DU left. I'm just going to leave it and see how they hold up. I just don't feel the need to spam bees everywhere, considering they do have a target limit. Alright, let's try it out, though. Let's see how they do. I am going to have to switch to the monk for Drakenfrost Keep. This dude's making a push. I'm going to switch to a monk for Drakenfrost Keep, and if I get any Draken Lords. No, bees didn't get buffed. Bees are exactly the same as they used to be. Crap, I forgot to give him a... Shit. Oh, god dang it. Well, I'm gonna end up leaving this map and restarting it, because I've got no interest in... actually, I've got a bunch of DU left. I might as well just build it, I guess. I really, really don't like playing this map when you lose that objective. I'm in all campaign gear with no shards as DPS, in case you're wondering. I do have a couple of gilded shards on the Dryad, but... it's about your shards there, Toby. You need shards. Destruction, Deadly Strikes, and Defense Raid are going to be your go-tos. Alright, let's see. I got 120, which is not enough. Let's see what kind of lane we got over here before I decide what to do. Phased and Pylon on. Let's get rid of one of these. And one of those. That gives me 180. That's perfect. They didn't buff bees. I'm buffing the bees. Best hero. There's been no changes to any defenses in quite a while. by buffed bees, I mean I'm using a buff. I'm buffing them. Everybody's confused. Alright. Let's get these upped. Oops. Up the wrong one, didn't I? Yeah. Twinkie! What's up, man? Well, I'm not a person that uses the term buff and nerf very frequently. So, if you ever see me use the term nerf, it's one specific reason. If you see me use the term something's buffed, I'm talking about boost stars or buff beams. I'm not talking about them changing the game. Yeah, bees are not projectiles. Bees are little creatures that run out there. And no projectile involved. They're actually doing really good. I had that one derp because I can't remember how to play Dryad. That, and I don't have a pet equipped either. I need to get myself a pet when I get a Drago going. I also had a little faux pas with my reset gear. My throwaway gear got ruined, which is quite unfortunate. I found out that after you do your ancient power reset, if you, like normally you do the ancient power reset, you do floor 51, or in my case floor 51. In your case it would be whatever floor is your minimum floor. And then you equip all the gear you get from that floor, and then you're free to transfer gear. However, you have to watch it and make sure you're getting all your pieces, because if you miss a piece, your champion score might still have Chaos 7 unlocked, but it creates a little bit of a bug loop cycle, and it ruins all your stuff. I'll show you what I mean here at the break. Another captain. This captain's gonna get wrecked, because the bees got upgraded. They're actually doing really, really good. That's a little bit low there, Booga. It's not about the mastery shards, it's about having all the other shards. The people always, want to try to rush to get the mastery shards, and it's about the basic shards. If all your defenses that you're using have destruction, deadly strikes, and defense rate, then you're probably good. It got changed. It got kind of ninja changed there, Luis. It's not 3 anymore. Like, if you're in corrupt form, people are saying it goes up to 5. It's really difficult to test. I guess we'll be able to see today if we see like a orc or like a ogre or something by itself on a lane. We'll be able to see it pretty well. I'm using mass destruction, and defense rate. No, one hornet nest. Each bee can target its own target. They don't all go to the same target. The bees aren't limited by their targets at all. It's the enemies are. So an enemy, if you're not in corrupt form, only 3 bees will attack an enemy. If you're in corrupt form, I don't know this, people are telling me this, but if you're in corrupt form, up to 5 bees can attack a single target. That's not a limitation of your bees, that's a limitation of the targets. Alright, what else do I need? Let's get some more juice. I'm just playing now, best hero. I mean, I did what? What reset is this? This is 7 or 53. So I did 11 resets without upgrading hyper shards. Is that not enough for you? I'm just playing now. I got tons of gold, nothing to do with it. I'm just having a good time, man. I don't think this would work without, I mean, on the lower floors it would work fine, but I don't think it would work 50 to 80 without having mass. This is the best thing to do with 500 gems. Do adventure mode and get some more gems and then buy a bag. There's Sam, I would say. Actually, are the bags still on sale? If bags are still on sale, you might be able to get a bag now. But inventory is the best thing to do with gems, no doubt about it. These guys are getting it for sure. Exclamation Steam in chat there, Vapor. What's the attack speed have to do with crit damage there, Axel? Crit damage is not best in slot anywhere in the game right now. But your attack speed has nothing to do with your crit damage. My connection going in and out again. This stinks. I might have to restart. God dang, man. Another day of connection problems would drive me absolutely nuts. And it looks like it's going to start off that way. Hopefully not. If you join my Steam group, do you get more rewards? More rewards for what? It's just a Steam group. It's for matchmaking. It's not, there's no rewards. Let's see. Looking pretty good. It doesn't. Every time you attack, the chance to crit stays the same. So your attack speed has 0 to do with crit damage. You gotta get that out of your head, man. Each individual attack has the exact same chance to crit. But everybody knows, ever since they made the big change to crit, crit is... or the game is all about defense power. I mean, you can find ways to use crit, but you have to work for it. You can just slam defense power stuff in and go. But yeah, don't ever think that just because a defense attacks more that you should make that a crit defense. That's definitely not how math works. Your bees are weak. These bees are doing pretty good. Crit got nerfed a long time ago. Crit hasn't been viable, and I don't know when it was, but I want to say it's probably coming up on close to a year now, where crit has not been the thing to use. I mean, you can find ways to use it, but it's certainly not best in slot. Thank you so much for subscribing there, ZMax and Chris Tilton. I missed you 10 minutes ago. Thank you so much. These bees are wrecking it. I mean, the lady orcs are a little sketchy. And obviously the captains are a little sketchy. I'm sure all the bosses will be a little sketchy. But they're wrecking it. Like I said, this is Hypnotoad and Nictus have been working on some bee setups. And they shared them with me. And this is the setup that they've been using. Keep trying there, Pancake. You can do it. You just have to put the right defenses in the right place. Crap. Alright, that calls for monkage. Shoot, did I put his ancient power in? It looks like I did. The monk is here to save the day. I assure you. What's going on, Jordan? Well, you're watching me right now, Axel. I got 0 stun. I mean, crowd control is... Absolutely. I mean, name a tower defense game that you didn't win by using crowd control. You know, crowd control is where it's at, and it just so happens that that the weapon man is the strongest form of it. What's going on there? Get in. Boostara there. Grab shock Boostara. I gotta change the title. You used to be able to get 450, but I haven't checked it in a long time, Sam. You got 150 for each of the sections before. I'm assuming it's still the same way. Orcs Must Die is an awesome game. $450 and 2 defender packs. Fair enough. What mods you use don't really matter until you push into super high floors. I'm using... Well, I got this throwaway. Power servo and anti-melee. Unupgraded. Really low roll on it too. But it's working out just fine. But what mods you use just don't matter until you get higher up. You don't get any rewards, Vaporizer. The reward is you get friends to play with. What makes you think that joining a Steam group will give you a reward? The reward is friendship. It's the best reward of all. There, do I sound like a complete hippie now? What floor do I consider a high floor? I consider the high floors to start at 150. That's where the challenge really starts to happen. Prior to 150, it's just basic build mechanics. Put the right defenses in the right place and you win. Doesn't matter how good your gear is prior to that. If you've got the... That's assuming you've got the correct shards everywhere. I mean, if you just go in, obviously you're going to get wrecked if you don't have the shards and everything. I mean, of course, you know, if you asked Equum or Muggs or somebody that same question, Zombie Wookie or Dukin, you ask one of those guys that same question, they're going to tell you a lot higher floor than 150. They're probably going to tell you 400 or 500. So, I mean, it's a matter of perception, too, you know. Crap, man. I keep telling myself I gotta get a pet equipped, and what am I doing? Not getting a pet. I think this middle lane just has a little bit too many mobs. Where it would be just smart to add in something else, you know? Yeah, it's not a very good mod, Arner. It sounds good, in theory, when you're reading the tooltip, but it's actually not very good. Well, there we go. We got through that one easy enough. I don't know. It was a little sketchy, obviously. But got through it anyway. I need to mix some other stuff in there. Well, that's not my Steam group. You're asking about I don't work for Trendy Vaporizer. I'm just some guy who plays the game. My Steam group is my Steam group. Dungeon Defenders 2's Steam group is their Steam group. It's a completely separate thing. But, I mean, you need to ask them about that. Don't ask me about that. Bees are crap without purification form, assuming you mean corrupt form. They're not quite crap, there's just one less bee. I'm using destruction, mass destruction, and defense rate wombat. This one will be a good challenge here. As long as we got lanes like this with only 25 enemies, it'll be fine. It's going to be the really heavy lanes that are causing issues. Let's see. I guess getting on the correct hero would be helpful. Oh, anyway, I was talking about gear. So, if you're using throwaway relics, like for example, I'm using throwaway relics. So what I do is I go and do I go through the ancient power reset. Then I take all of the relics I'm using. I make sure I leave them so they're tradable. Like this power servo anti-melee. This can be traded. So I trade these relics, these throwaway relics, off to a friend. Go and do my ancient power reset. Then come back and do my minimum floor 51. Equip all my gear that I find on that floor to get me up above a proper champion score level. And then trade the gear back, and the gear stays the same. Now, if you do that and you accidentally don't even realize it, but you don't equip a piece, like I did this guy right here. Okay, he's got a 5700 gear score, which is more than enough for Chaos 7. However, I've got all these Chaos 7 pieces, yet I don't have Chaos 7 gloves on. What happens is it derps out the trading and actually creates wonky relics like this. Nope, wrong one. Like that. Look at that. It's a campaign relic with 36,000 defense power. So basically all of my throwaway stuff got ruined. How do you get ancient eggs? It's a rare chance to drop. Oh my god, I'm changing the title right now. No, they didn't buff bees. Jeez, people. Did you get an update? There's no update. I'm changing the title right now. There, we're going to call it bees. No buffed in the mix anymore. I don't want to confuse everybody. Sorry, man. I'm not trying to call you out. You're just like one of the bazillion people that have asked me about what the buff was to bees. There was no buff. I'll get them on board. I got enough to get through here. I'm confident I'll make it. Quick Dryad tutorial. Stay corrupt. Hit stuff. Pardon me. It's about as much as a tutorial as I can probably go into, but stay corrupt. If you start running out of corrupt juice, then go hit stuff. Spam stars on bosses. Let me grab a pet while I'm thinking about it. There we go. That one will work. Still needs Don't feel bad. I can't respond to everything, good in. You're gonna have to just live with it. Don't cry. Please. I try my best, but I don't have any moderators right now. And I'm gonna miss questions. I've got to look at the screen every now and then. So, sorry y'all. Just life in the big city. Range is worth upgrading on every defense except the Nimbus Cloud. There. Always use range gambit. You can find all that information in my Hero Spotlights playlist. And in the guides and tutorials playlists. Let's see. Let's get another one up here. Yeah, you want to just get a friend. Henry would be the best bet. Let's see. Kind of unfortunate that I've got the roller lane there. Because, I mean, rollers are easy to kill. But my stuff gonna get dive bombed like a mofo. The game's not about damage. They're good. It's not about getting the most damage. The game is about... Oh, you know what? I can just do this, actually. I'll just let them come all the way out. And then I'll let them get wrecked over here. Didn't think about that. Then I don't have to worry about the flyers. I'm not sure on board. Let's see. More bees. When in doubt, more bees. That one's close. What about the bees then? I'm just playing around with bees. Most of the stuff is campaign gear, but my defenses are Chaos 7, Sahil. They're not good Chaos 7 pieces, they're just throwaway items. Yeah, they nerfed bees a ways back there, Froggy. They nerfed them and then ninja buffed them, but the ninja buff was never discussed. So nobody knows if it's meant to be that way or if it's a bug. Basically, they made it so that no more than 3 bees could attack a single target. Uh-oh. That didn't go as according to plan there, did it? It's because these bees are getting distracted by the main lane. Gonna need to put something else in up here. This is gonna be a loss right here. You know what? I'm just gonna let it happen. I'm not gonna fight it. What I mean by ninja buff is a change to them that made them better that they didn't put in patch notes. It was going good up until today. There, Gaming Zombie. I'm having issues here today. I just said it, didn't I? bees were changed so that only 3 bees could attack a single target. That was the nerf. Then there was another change that made it so that if you're in corrupt form, 5 bees could attack a single target. That was the buff. Let's see, what do we got here? No good. I still have these just in case. Like that. That would probably be good on sky guards. I need to just throw some other defenses down and not try to just bees. We all know just bees is not the way to go. And here I'm trying to do it anyway. Can't be forcing bees on people, you know? Yeah, I mean, I like it. I like the change. I think that 5 is a good number, personally. But the problem with that, like I said, it seems intentional. But the problem with it is we don't know if it was meant to be that way or not. Let's see. Where do I want to do this one? Just do it here. What's going on there, Mia? How you doing? Long shot. Oh, man, why do I keep switching back to the Huntress for bees? Meant to be that way. You know, I haven't. My bee puns have been failing me today, Tyler. I gotta work on that. And normally, on bee day, there would be heavy-duty bee puns. Today, not so much. I'm still waking up. Let me let the coffee flow a little, and then all the bee puns will be there. You know what? I've got another Piercer Servo. I wouldn't have any Ascension into it, though. I was going to say I could try throwing some Harpies down, too, but I'm not going to have any Ascension into it, so it's not necessarily the best plan. They've been very, very quiet the last month, Froggies, and none of us really know anything about what's potentially coming. I feel like those bees are just going to get insta-froze, but I'm going to put them there anyway. 60 more. Let's see. Where do we want it? What's the biggest lane? Actually, that's the biggest lane. Tell you what, I'll throw a PDT in the back just to help out. The Harpies are really, their AI is really buggy, is the problem with Harpies. Cannons or Ballistas? I've been loving some Ballistas lately, but they're both really strong, Tyler. It's kind of a either-or type thing. Yeah, they're getting it done, it looks like. Them bees is wrecking things. Oh, what the heck? How did never mind. God, I am still sleeping. I'm looking at this boost aura ring thinking that that's the tree aura, wondering, why is it so small? Well, that went real smooth, that lane. I like it. Very nice. Yeah, cannons make really good boss killers. Assassins, you know, of course assassins aren't bosses, but sometimes they're as fussy as bosses. I'm not using any, Henry. Don't upgrade your stuff until the end. There's no reason for you to upgrade your stuff unless you just want to. And then if you want to upgrade stuff, don't do more than one thing. Just do one defense, whatever your main defense is. Like if I was to upgrade something on this playthrough, I would have done bees. And that'd be, you know, that'd be my main defense. It tells you, Bogo, every time you do an Ancient Power reset, your target floor changes. I said I was going to do a video on that, but I probably should. Maybe I'll put out a video on that later on today or tomorrow. Yeah, Lady Orcs too on board. Assassins and Lady Orcs, they do great on both. Well, considering if you planned ahead before doing AP, you shouldn't push at all. You should reset as soon as you get to your target floor. But that depends on where you're at personally. You want to get your resets done as quick as possible once you start doing them. So you always do your big climb first. There was no buff to bees. Good lord. The buff to bees is I threw a boost star on them. I changed the title even. Did the new title not show up? If you guys didn't get an update, what would make you think anything was changed? I mean, if you see an update downloaded, then something could be changed. Most mechanical things like that are not back end, you know? I don't know. Let's take a look there, Jella. Let's see. 176 million. 366. Yeah, the PDT did a ton. That one's done 275. 160. Let's see what these have done. 160. These are unbuffed bees. I won't make it to 4K on board before reset again. Yeah, sadly, free-to-play games can be some of the most expensive games out there. Mass destruction, and defense rate, Tam. Upgraded mass for this playthrough. There is no buff. Jesus, Quentin. You guys, I feel like you guys are trolling me now. It's pretty good. Well, it's way upgraded now, but 8 million. That's with power pylon and a booster. Alright, I feel better. I was gonna say, come on, Quentin. I don't have enough coffee in me yet for you all to be trolling me. You don't really, Jello. You can sort them by mod quality on your tab over here. Filter by mods, and it'll put the highest quality up top. But you can't just looking through your normal bags. You have to use the filter by tool all the way over. I believe there could be some trolling going on here. There, that was a sleepy bee pond. You guys will have to cut me some slack on that one. They will improve, I assure you. You better believe it. Oh, is there any bee puns that aren't cheesy there, Crapshock? That's the question. These bees are wrecking it, man. They are wrecking it. I mean, I haven't even had to go look at another lane. Uh-oh, here we go. Time to switch. I'm not set up to deal with Drake and Homie with the bees. Well, the inventory. The problem with DD2, and it's not a problem really per se. I mean, for a free-to-play game, in my opinion, you get a great value, you know? But one of the challenges is you're forced to have massive inventory if you really want to pursue endgame, because of all the shard gilding and crafting materials and everything else. And of course, the only way to get that is to spend cash. I'm not going to do a sandboxy tutorial, Bogo. You have to figure that out on your own. I don't use sandboxy. Although Trendy won't ban you for using sandboxy, it is sketchy. So I'm just never going to get into a position where I have to worry about that. If I ever dual box, I use a second machine. I use the wife's laptop. Man, my mic seems like it's spiking again. Do I seem abnormally loud to you all? I'll adjust it down a little bit here. I'm good? Alright. Seems like the decibel meter is really peaking out. Maybe I'm just sitting too close to the mic or something. Maybe it's because I need more coffee. I think that could be what it is. These bees is wrecking it. The term sandbox, other than as in type of game, means to run multiple instances of the same game on one machine. So you would have 2 Steam instances running, and that would allow you to play. It's like split screening on a console. It would allow you to play 2 accounts at the same time. That one went like almost, that was damn near AFK, but I didn't get any rollers or anything. Bags are still half price, that's pretty awesome. That's alright, fill up on bags. Bags is good stuff. These is some very buff bees. Let me see if I've got I might have a buff bee image for you guys. Let's see. Let me see if I can find me some buff bee images. While this next map loads. Let me make sure the map is loads first. Yeah, it's exactly what I just said, Jello. I said besides the type of game, like a sandbox game. You didn't listen to what I said, apparently. Let's see. Do I have a picture of a buff bee? I got to, right? How do you not have a picture of a buff bee in your library of pics? What the heck, man? Where did all my cool clip art go? I could have swore I had a picture of a bee. with big muscles? Apparently not. So disappointing. I was so excited to show off my buff B too. Where are you at, Buff B Pitcha? Oh, terrible. I can't find it now. So disappointing. Oh well. What can you do? What's going on there, fan of Unspeakable? Chippery, what up, what up? Let's see what we got here. Nothing. Super Vega, what up, what up? Will Duffy? No giveaway today, sadly. Now this map will be tricky. And Timmy may be a little bit much for bees. That's an awful lot of mobs. I'll throw a PDT or two in there too. Let's see. I mean, maybe it'll work. Let's see. I got a feeling that that's going to be a little sketch there on that lane. Just a little bit sketch. This is floor 54 here, gaming. Jaded Kings, what up? What up, what up? What is the most important thing for towers? Defense power. Now this is a big lane for just bee spamming. Try something like that. I be spamming. What do we got here? Sagar lava throwers. How many mobs? 57 mobs. That's not too bad. Alright, we got some controlled burn up there. How we want to handle that. Something like that, maybe. Is Gunwitch worth buying? Gunwitch is awesome. It's like 4 million, Bogo. Let's see, I'll look here on this thing. Like 4 mil. Let's see, they are... Let the buffs kick in. Yeah, 4.1. Yeah, you definitely want to buy builders first. Like Gaming said, the game is all about builders. What hero you play actively really just doesn't matter. Soft spot over there. We'll just do this. Maybe. EV's a great first choice. Alright, Game Ogre. This will be interesting to see if they can handle this. Kind of feel like I should put a PDT or something in the back. Let's see, let's go with PDT right here, just because of the no CC. Lavamancer or the other woman. They're both really good choices, Strange. I would look through them. Do exclamation next hero in chat. And that's a link to Lightrayne's premium hero analysis. And that will give you a pretty good idea of the basics of each of the premium heroes. But there's no really wrong choice between those. Re-rolling daily quests. Make sure to always do your daily and weekly missions, fan. And this is the lane I was worried about. But it looks like those guys are just getting wrecked. And looks like Game Ogre was a non-issue too. Next hero, next hero. Well, for mods, use whatever you can. For shards, I'm using mass destruction, destruction, and defense rate. With bees, you don't need range. The range the range gambit is more than sufficient to get the job done. This is really strong. This once again, hats off to. Ooh, I got beat up here though. Hats off to Nictus and Hypnotoad, who told me to give this a shot. Yeah, it sounds like a great setup there, gaming. I type in chat all the time. When no mods are here. I mean, I miss Lightrayne. Lightrayne's got a new job and has been playing other games, but Lightrayne usually takes care of all that stuff for me. World's best stream mod ever. Yep. Homie don't want to come out, huh? Come on out, dude. It's alright. Ain't nothing going on out here that's gonna cause you any problems. Except that. It would be best to add in a little something else if you only had 300 Ascension, Bogo. Like maybe a weapon manufacturer node, or even a little crowd control or something. Or, I guess a weapon manufacturer node would be the crowd control. A weapon manufacturer node or a little AoE. But, I mean, of course, the higher your Ascension, the easier it's going to be. Let's see, let's move this out so I get a little better room. Guess I could upgrade some of this, huh? Upgrade that Timmy lane over there, too. I was worried about that one. Actually, do I want to upgrade the Boostin? Or do I want to upgrade the bees? Let's see. We go from 4.1 to 4.29, so I get very little from upgrading the Boostin. Upgrading the bees, I go, what, from 4.29? Yeah, I get way more for upgrading the bees. Ignore the Boostin. Earth Shatters are super good. If you don't have Mass Destruction, use Vampiric Empowerment, Pi. It's not as good, but it'll still be good. The go-to without Hyper Shards on bees is Defense Rate, Destruction, and Vampiric Empowerment. That's what you would use if you don't have Mass. 100% for sure. On the Boostar here, I'm using Destruction, Boosted Power, and Vampiric Empowerment. Because I don't care about the range. I'm not using it for slow. My normal Boostar setup would be Destruction, Deadly Strikes, and Boosted Grasp. Get some more stars here in a minute. Good enough. See how it does. Everything's getting just annihilated, though. The thing with Mass Destruction there, Trinergy, is you only need 55 stars out of a potential, what, 735? So, I mean, you could go through 55 of the maps and do 1 star on all of them and get Mass Destruction. So, I mean, Mass Destruction is very, very easy to get in that regard. Uh-oh, uh-oh. You're not too slow. I got no run speed. This is wrecked. Water lane. Too much for the water lane. Alright, let me build some more stuff down here. I'm just playing today, Wobble. I'm not taking this seriously in any means. This is not a build that I would suggest doing or do frequently. I'm just playing around with something friends told me to check out. That's just too many lanes there to only have what I had there, though. Let's see. Yeah, Weapon Man would definitely fix it. But that would require going into my hero deck. I don't want to swap heroes. It's just because there's so many mobs. It's getting overrun by the sheer mob count. Some AoE would be ideal. Like, 3 Flame Auras right here would completely resolve the issue. I don't think I have a choice but to go Weapon Man. So let me see, what do I have for relics? Wrong tab. Let's see, I've got an Anti-Goblin Piercer. And Defense Rate, Defense Range. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go Ballistas. Let's throw this Anti-Goblin Piercer on here. And then get us some Ascension. There's no real ideal mods for any defense, really. They're Quick Night. Use whatever you can get a hold of. Don't sweat it so much, you know? See, I'll throw another Boostar in the back here, maybe. Now this is going to wreck some faces here. Not enough juice. David? What have you done, David? What have you done? Flame Auras hit flyers, Fissures don't. Flame Auras are slightly more damage, Fissures are slightly more range. That would be the main differences. Or I'm not going to have any mana lane. This was a replay for wave. I'm just going to have to tough it out over here. I think these ballistas will help. Man, I'm 3 mana short. That sucks. Let's just go with another PDT, I guess, then. Ascension matters in everything, to an extent, gaming. Any tips to level up fast? Play the highest level content as you can. Always progress. If you always progress, you're gonna level up super quick. So don't, if you're on Chaos 3 and you unlocked Chaos 4's champion score, then go to Chaos 4. Don't stay in Chaos 3, is what I mean there. So just keep progressing. Destruction, mass destruction, and defense rate. They're wolves. Alright, let's see if it'll hold out here now. I'll throw a couple more ballistas in after the wave. Looks like these are going to get it, though. There's just a lot of mobs coming out of that area. I still got bees sitting, though. Oh, there they all go. I'm going to have to bust out my EV2 to do some reflect beams here, it looks like. Either that or put the tree in a little smarter placement. Well, that was a big difference, even with the Kursakazi all up on, or the Hexter all up on everything. You know you're ready for the next chaos when it unlocks, fam. As soon as it unlocks, you want to move to the next chaos. There is no prep in between tiers. It's just straight up, you get the next champion score to move up, that's where you go. Let's see. Where are you? There you are. Don't be hitting my bees, y'all. That will remedy that. I'm gonna sell that. Go with another ballista instead. If that kind of fit too. I can. Perfect. Alright. Mass Destruction is from Mastery mode. If you don't have Mass Destruction, use Vampiric Empowerment. Destruction, Vampiric Empowerment, and Defense Rate. Man, I feel like I'm running really slow. Yeah, unupgraded speed boost. Let's see, do I have another gilded one? I only borrow that. Sorry, dude. You're losing your speed. Must run faster. There we go. Well, if I'm losing, then I'm forced to there, Quentin. Obviously. If you can't beat it, you gotta do something. Let's grab Mr. Boost Aura's back. Yeah, I think that looks good. I never want to go on my deck. I am the laziest player you will ever meet. If it was up to me, I would do builds with 4 heroes only, all day, all the time. But that's just because of pure laziness. 100% pure lazy. You do the highest tiered content that you can, Floka. The fastest way, if you just care about Ascension, is Chaos 7 Expeditions in a 4-player group with win streaks. That would be the fastest way to get XP. No, you could do this, Mia, where you're at, without a problem. I mean, this is a reset build, remember? This is not an onslaught push build, so this is only designed to get people to floor 80. Nah, there's no use. You can sell them to a sucker for a ridiculous amount of gold there, Tren. But I would just say hold on to them. I mean, Trendy has said they're never going to be used and just get rid of them. But people buy that stuff. Oh yeah, yeah. If you had super high ascension, I use 4 hero builds all the time, so it doesn't require super high ascension. It would require a fewer amount of defenses, you know. Bink. Yeti's stuck, it looks like. Come on out, Mr. Yeti. I'll be nice, I promise. But if you're just going like, if you went, say, Poison Dart Tower, Weapon Manufacturer, Flame Aura, Skyguard, that's 4 heroes and your DPS is included in that. So you wouldn't have to swap anything then. Or say you went, I would say use the PDT in the mix, but say you went, Weapon Man's, Ballista, Flame Aura, Skyguard. That would be the same thing. I'm going to try to do as little swapping as possible today. I'm going to have to be smarter with the tree placement, or I'm going to have to bust that EV out for the reflect beams, though. Is the only downside. Defense limit reached. Figures. See, we're all good over there. There's nothing wrong with playing on consoles, Wolves. The main thing is having the ability to play games. If you got a console to play on, that's awesome. You know? There's people out there that don't have either. So consider yourself ahead of the curve. This should just be straight face roll in this lane now. Flame Auras make great air defense. There's nothing wrong with that. Well, you gotta make some new friends then, Wolves. Make you some DD2 friends. It's pretty much set. There's no faster. It's at the top end. It goes up to 31 maps or 30 maps. You're just gonna have to do 30 maps. How do you do it faster? You do those 30 maps faster. If you upgrade during combat waves and you don't tinker around and you never sit in town, ancient power resets are gonna be quick. Doing them solo, you're gonna get it done in like 5 hours. For each reset at the point where I'm at. Nah, sadly you can't get in. You have to get a new weapon. You have to find... You can't change the stats on a weapon. The C2 amps is just a matter of doing the maps. It's a good time to do your first reset. Well, you want to push as high as you can, but don't consider resetting if you're below... if you're below like floor 50, I wouldn't consider resetting yet. I missed one question from Good In, and now he's got to be all sarcastic. I see how it is. Oh, we got stuck flyers or what? Why are these guys not coming out? Come on out, dudes. What you doing over here? Let me introduce you to my monk. Why, hello. Ooh, right here, huh? EMP healers now. I think I'm just gonna throw a couple of PDTs in and call it good. Maybe drop another B. Dropping bees. Dropping bees. There we go. We good. Omni's playing right now, I think. Let me see. Yeah, he's on floor 20. Or that's on board. Or yeah, Omni went to bed. He was up just a little while ago. He was on like floor 70. We got off of sync again. We'll get back on sync next week probably and do some more resets together. Good enough. Well, Power Pylon boosts defenses in the area. If the boost star is in the area, then yeah, it gets boosted. I'm using Power Pylon right now. You see the little glow around the boost star from Power Pylon. I mean, the boost star is just another defense, you know? So the Power Pylon's going to boost all defenses in the area. Yeah, it stacks. Absolutely. Yeah, this is the Dryad skin that came with the Drakenfrost update. It looks good. Alright, gaming, take it easy. Thanks for swinging by. What's the official DD2 Discord? I don't link to it. It's a little... I'm just not going to say anything. I don't link to the official DD2 Discord. You can figure it out. You can join my Discord by just doing !Discord. There's a whole lot of egos in the official DD2 Discord that I just choose to usually not be a part of. So I'm very quiet in that Discord server. The market's good though if you're looking for something specific. Gonna be pricey. But if you gotta have something today, that would be a good place to go. Nah, Drago doesn't stack, sadly. It used to, and it was buggy as all hell, Marcus. When Drago first came out, it stacked. People make fun of me on the DD2 Discord. I don't know about that. There's, you know, several arrogant people that like to misquote me and pick apart things I say. Besides them. Frost Element is going to be from the Drakenfrost Keep map, their prod hero. Drakenfrost Keep. Man, what is up with these flyers on this lane? I don't think I've ever seen these guys do this. Very weird. Deadly Strikes, for sure. I mean, Deadly Strikes is really a key shard in most defenses. That would be one of the first things you wanted to do. What mods for Flamars? Well, whatever. You have to pick what you want your Flamars to do. You can't go wrong with stacking anti-mods on anything. I don't even know what you mean by Thunder Aura, first off. But Deadly Strikes goes on almost every defense in the game. It would be like your first choice on just about every defense. Or one of your first choices. Destruction, Defense Rate, and Deadly Strikes are the premium 3 shards. There is no set mods where it's like you must use this. Oh, your Lightning Strike Aura? Lightning Strike Aura actually is one of the few that doesn't need Deadly Strikes. The range on it's really, really good, naturally. So, Lightning Strike Aura is... I personally like to use 3 anti-mods and then stack power, so go Destruction, Vampiric, and Defense Rate. Well, yeah, you still want to push high Onslaught. You want to push as high as you can first. I mean, that's not... You're not pushing to make the reset easier. You're pushing to get the minimum ascension level, which in turn is going to give you the ascension caps. Yeah, everything gets reset, Jordan. Stuff that's in the bank, stuff that's in your shop. Everything gets reset. Yeah, lightning LSAs are great for bosses. Oh, here we go. Figures have to be a high roller lane, huh? It's alright. Yeah, I got something on the Sky Guards, so it's actually, we don't even need those. Let's just bee it up. How do we want to do this? I think the DU will work out like that, maybe. Let's see. We will see. Alright, Will, take it easy. Thanks for swinging by, man. Yeah, it sounds fine to me, Silence. I use anti-chaos instead of anti-orc on those. But there's nothing wrong with that setup that you mentioned. It's super strong. I think I'll just hold off on the rest of the DU and then see how it goes. I'm going to have some issues with those rollers, I would guess, but we'll see here. We will see. Yeah, you definitely want to go as high as you can. That starts pretty early. It's not a very hard lane. It's just using the B setups. It's less than convenient. What's going on there, Abdu? How you doing? Gonna end up wasting all my mana here, or all of my A little corrupted juice. Because I don't have any ability power going. Let me grab some more stars here. You know what? I'm just going to do this the easy way. What am I doing sitting here screwing around? Done. No point in playing, you know? Nice blade. This is a Nyctus slash Hypnotoad build here. Talked to Nyctus a little last night, and he told me those guys have been working on bees again. They made changes to bees a few months back. They haven't made any changes really since then. This map is just made for bees right here. It is just the bee map. Oh, god dang. Sorry, Blade. It wasn't Nyctus. I talked to Nyctus right after you. It was Blade and Hypnotoad. I've been giving Nyctus credit this whole damn stream. Blade has been discredited. It was Blade's idea. This is Blade's build. Blame Blade. There's insufficient coffee levels at this moment, Blade. You'll have to forgive me. Insufficient levels of caffeine, I assure you. I actually debated on pushing the stream back an hour today. There's that insufficient levels of caffeine. Well, I mean, it's debatable, their recon, but, I mean, you would be best... I'm just screwing around having fun. This is not, like, I'm not saying, use this build. This is just me trying to make it less boring, doing the exact same thing every time. In an ideal setup, you would probably have 3 Bs, a Flame Aura, or a Weapon Man node, some kind of, you know, some other AoE defense in the mix. I mean, this is not... Are you gonna make me look now? I'll have to... It was you, Blade. You know it was you. It was you. I'm looking at it right now. I got new messages, too. Gobu Boom and Anti-Chaos. That's a pretty good combo there, Blade. I had a great one. I had an anti-melee boom, and I screwed it up with the leveling. In fact, I better look at that hero. Do I have... What was it I needed on that hero to finish the set? I think it was gloves, yep. I have some gloves in here anywhere. There we go. There, that should take care of that issue. This is 53 or 52 now. 53. Actually got a point. Why is DD2 not that popular? Well, it's a small genre. You know, the tower defense genre is in games is just not. People want to shoot each other. Vote kick is returning good. They said, Trendy said that that was an error, that got removed. It was not intentional. It's a bug that vote kick isn't there right now, basically. You don't want to switch out anti-melee for anti-chaos. You would want to switch out anti-orc for anti-chaos if you made a switch there. Anti-melee is the premium anti-mod. The majority of mobs in the game are melee mobs. Magical Wizard Wars. I have heard of that one. I can't remember playing it. But I do remember that one. Let's quit screwing around here now. Let's get Monkalicious. Finish these rollers off anyway. Stupid assassins. Get off me. There we go. That seems like the question many people are asking themselves, Timothy, myself included. What, you got 3 more days to decide? Now my phone's beeping at me. Astroneer's about to release its full launch build too. I don't remember what day, but soon. Magic is a game that came out before its time. Fair enough. I've heavily debated on Kingdom Hearts 3, but like I said, there's one big problem with Kingdom Hearts 3. If I play Kingdom Hearts 3, I'm going to go ham on it. I'm going to go all the way through the game, figure everything out, and make guides and tutorials. And DD2 players are going to be pissed at me. That's the main problem with Kingdom Hearts 3 for me. Yeah, next week Frostfire Remnant should be back, Crusader. I already got my little plagiarized video clip ready to go for it next week. I clipped out that the scene in Game of Thrones where Sam kills the White Walker and the White Walker like turns blue and explodes. That's gonna be in my little Frostfire video next week. No, I'm stacking destruction, Sam. I'm using destruction, mass destruction, and defense rate. Yeah, I mean, by the end of the year, I'm sure there will be a new character that comes out, Sasha. When's the face reveal? Like 4 years ago. I used to use a webcam all the time. I play in my living room now, and it's just not convenient for me at the moment. And bees are putting a little dent in that roller. Not a big one, but a little baby dent. Uh-oh, we got Yeti. Yeti. Oh, he dead. Holy crap. That Yeti got owned. Yeah, I did videos on Fortnite. I played all the way through Save the World. I'm at the very end of Twine Peaks on my Save the World account. But there's just not been anything interesting enough to draw me back to it over the last probably 6 months. I mean, Save the World, it's sketchy whether Save the World's ever going to be good now. Battle Royale is just too successful. I mean, if you had that huge gold mine sitting in your lap, why would you not put all your energy into it? You know? Thank you so much for subscribing there, Trinity. I do appreciate it. I mean, you can't hardly blame Epic. I mean, Battle Royale was like the equivalent of winning the lottery. You know? After a whole bunch of AP resets, they'll get stronger, Tyree. But just resetting once. Yeah, it's current, Zach. There hasn't been any really major changes to the game since Protean. The Protean shift update was the major change. And everything else has been very, very small changes to the game. God, what happened over here? Why are these bees just getting overwhelmed? Where did all these bees go? Where do bees be at? There's a few of them down there, but doesn't seem like 18 of them is flying around down there. Maybe so. I tried playing a clicker game last night. First time ever. I've never played like an idle clicker game. I tried playing one called like Idle Kingdom Builder, I think it was called. And I don't know, maybe those games just aren't for me. I only made it about 90 seconds. Yeah, there's videos on the subject, but long story short, push as far as you can. I played DD1, but not near as much as DD2. I did play it a lot. I mean, I played over 1,000 hours. I got like... I'm assuming I played like 1,000 hours on their launcher. And then I got like another 400 hours on Steam's launcher. Something like that. Yeah, selling shards would make things quite easier. Quicksilver! What's going on there, Quick? How you doing? Where all my Chaos 8 amps at? Dang it. I'm getting there, Trinity. Playing little indie games like this, the channel will never get big. I'm doing good there, Quick. Still trying to get the caffeine flowing. I'm not quite 100% awake yet. I'm working on it, though. I'm getting there, slowly but surely. On my screen right now, I'm at... It depends on the map. This map is pretty decent for FPS, so right now I'm at like 120 frames. With a bunch of mobs, I would dip down to like 100 probably. Well, there's 10 different mods, Dan, so it's a 10% chance. The Acolyte's keeping you busy. Very nice. Yeah, I've played quite a bit on... I've got like 1,000 hours into my PS4 account from way back when. The frames on the consoles are definitely terrible. Some maps worse than others, of course. There we go. Got us a fresh yet familiar armored. Alright, well, here we're going to want some magic damage, but I'm going to use bees anyway. I'm going to throw something else in to supplement it. Alright, let's do it. Go like that, and then we'll go with 2 PDTs back here too, and hopefully that will take care of that. I've never played Elsword personally. I do know the game, but I've never played it. Proximity, we're going to need something else in here too. Well, you know what? Let me get some PDTs in first, actually. Yeah, that's rough for the folks that didn't know, didn't plan ahead and do the right things. That's a tough spot to be resetting at, Trinity. This reset that you're on currently, you're just going to want to push as far as you can. Let's just do the same thing. I'll throw a PDT in the back. See how this does. You basically, when it's your first time, well, I mean, the first time is the most crucial to push as far as you can, you know? Go, go, bees! Well, you know how RNG is, Tyree. That's just how it works. Yeah, DD2 could use some better optimization. I don't think anyone would disagree with that. The game doesn't run the smoothest. Is that a hex thrower? Yeah, it is. I should free up something for a reflect beam down here. Let's see, we'll just get rid of one of these bees. Sorry, bees. That'll take care of those. Better throw some upgrades in now too. That should be good, right? Good enough. That first little range gobo just seems like he's gonna make it all the way here, and then he finally dies. Yeah, nothing wrong with a 10 anti-melee and tenacity though, Kyra. That's awesome. Congrats. That's some good finds there. Hell yeah. I wouldn't be complaining either. I'm going to be in pretty good shape when I get done with these resets. I'm shooting for 70, but I may end up going further. It's mass destruction, and defense rate quick. I got a junk relic on it. I can't even remember what mods I got. Well, actually, that's not bad mods. Power servo and anti-melee. But using defense rate, destruction, and mass. What's the best thing for countering Cyborg? Towers. Cyborg's disable ground traps, auras, and nodes. So the best thing to do is build towers. Well, thanks, Sir Abdo. Appreciate it. Nothing wrong with that either, Trinergy. That's a good mod for sure. Especially for progressing, you know. Throw that bad boy on something that gets lots of kills, like a flame aura or some kind of AoE defense that attacks fast. The more kills you have, the more booms, you know. I mean, it would go fine on an LSA. I personally would put it on like a flame aura or something. But there's nothing wrong with putting it on an LSA. Basically, you'd want to do your normal build and look at your defenses and see which defenses had the most kills. And that's where you would want to put it. Yeah, I got a cat and a dog. There's no best, really. The best would be stacking anti-mods. Their OG would be the best. As far as DPS is concerned, but mods are to specialize a tower. There's no generic best for everything. So you have to decide what you want that defense to do, and then base the mods you put off of it, or put onto it, based off of that. I played DD2 for like almost 5 years now. Yeah. Crap. There we go. We'll salvage it this time. All the low tier crafting mats are a pain in the butt. Oh dang, Brogan, that's terrible, man. All right, Sasha, take it easy. Thanks for swinging by. Get a couple more stars here. There we go. My highest floor is like 320 something, right around there. Kobolds seem to aggro to traps and nodes more than auras. What's going on there, Kai? Now, amps will drop throughout the whole thing, Trinergy. For amps, you want to do the whole map. It's only moats that's quick, and I hate doing it. I just don't feel like it's a fair trade losing out on all that gold, experience, and shards just for a couple of, you know, for a few extra moats per hour. But for for amps, you just want to play through. Yeah, so I can use it in combination with storm damage to electrocute flyers, Kai. That and it covers controlled burn lanes then. You should beat Chaos 3 and go to Chaos 4 there, Comic. What we got? This is a good one. What do we got there? Yeah, no good on that one. Alright, let's see what we got here. Any difficult lanes? Nothing overly difficult. Grab my booster back. A little much for that lane, but that'll handle the flyers too. Floor 30 done. Nice homeboard. Grats, dude. We got hex throwers there. We don't have hex throwers anywhere here. I think I'm going to go with some PDTs on this lane too. In fact, let's get the PDTs in first. Let's go one there, and I'll just point one up at that entrance. I've got crap mods on it right now, Pylons, but I'm using Destruction, Boosted Power, and Vampiric Empowerment. Squeeze another one in here. I wish I had a little better range on them, but I mean, I could always do something like this. These won't be getting buffed, of course, but a little something extra. Let's see. No hex throwers here either. A 100 mobs between these two lanes. I got hex throwers here. It kind of makes me want to throw in a reflect beam. I think I'll do it. I'll reflectify it. Let's grab the bees first, though. That leaves me 30. Let's get rid of one of them. Actually, let's move this one up. Good enough. How many characters do I have? I've got all of them. I've got 64 card slots. I'm not using them all right now. So just what I just said, Kai. Destruction, Boosted Power, and Vampiric. I'm going with Baby Boostar. It's just because I'm packing the bees all in a tight area around the tree. I don't have any quality mods on it right now. It's a throwaway relic. I think I've got maybe crit damage, diverse crit damage, or crit damage on it. They're both in Chaos 5 Trinity. The mods you would want to use would be Power Servo, Diverse Power Servo, and then either crit damage or diverse crit damage, depending on how many defenses you're going to put in the area. If you're going to put at least 3 different defenses in the area, then use diverse. Different types of defenses. If you're not going to put 3 different types of defenses in the area, then use regular crit damage. I'm using range on mine right now. I'm actually using on my main, now obviously doing AP reset it, so I'm not using any of that gear, but if I was on my main setup right now, I'd be using power and diverse power and then range, and then go destruction, deadly strikes, and boosted grasp is my normal setup. Crap, I let all my juice drain here. The best setup for Chaos 2 is to use towers, Mystic. By using the EV2 as your main builder, you're instant nerfing yourself. Because the main enemy in Chaos 2 disables ground traps, R's, and nodes. So the best thing to do is not use ground traps, R's, and nodes. You should use Destruction, Defense Rate, and then either Vampiric Empowerment or Mass Destruction with any mods that you want. What's going on, Mr. One Wolf? Welcome back. I'll probably be streaming something different later, Trilogy. I actually been thinking about trying another one of those They Are Billions tower defense runs again. I really enjoyed that, man. That was so much fun. Well, for Chaos 2, out of the original 4, you'd want to use flamethrowers, ballistas, poison dart towers, cannonballs, earth shatters. All of those are really good choices. Earth shatters will give you a little bit of crowd control, which is nice, because they'll knock enemies up. Ballistas pierce enemies, so they're really good for clearing packs. Cannonballs are really high single target damage. Flamers, of course, are AoE, so they're really good at clearing packs as well. Ah, there you go on board. Very nice. Alright, Prot Hero, take it easy. Thanks for coming by. Make sure to have a good weekend. The weekend is still here. Hell, it's just getting started for me. Let's see. Anti-melee, melee boom, and defense rate. They'd be really good on either Fishers or Flamers, Kai. Either one of those would be a great setup. The defense range, rate, and crowd control you should put on Skyguards. I mean, you could put it on whatever you wanted, but I would put it on Skyguards, personally. That's like a super sweet Skyguard setup. Super sweet. Exclamation next hero in chat, Mystic. All one word, next hero. We'll give you a link to Lightrayne's premium hero analysis, and that should help you out quite a bit with making a decision on who to get next. This is definitely steamrolling it though. It's a good build there, Blade. Definitely a good build for sure. Do whatever gets you to windscreen there, Kai. I don't think it really matters. Thank you so much for subscribing there, Magnesium. To an extent, Mr. One Wolf. It's got a purpose. You know, ancient power resets. It seems really good with. On the bigger lanes with a lot of mobs, it seems to get overrun a little. You want to add maybe a little something else. Oop, wrong hero. God dang it. On the tree, I'm using Deadly Strikes, Fortification, and Power Pylon. I've got no plans to stream on the PS4 in the immediate future, Kai. I'm sure I will eventually, but I don't have a plan to right now. Yeah, relics have changed quite a bit over the course of the development of DD2 for sure. Power Pylon, why? Because it's buffing all of those defenses in the area. It's probably a tooltip bug, Dan. I would guess it's probably working, but the tooltip is bugged. Would be my guess. If you see the little purple glow, just look at the attack damage. Don't look at the DPS. Fissures are one of the ones that don't have correct tooltips. There we go. There's floor 57. Probably do one more and then call it a day here. Actually, I'll try to do 59 too. I'm going to have to roll around on my monk on 59 though. No, Power Pylon is not more health. Power Pylon is more power. Health Pylon is more health. Power Pylon is a straight up gain in damage. Straight up defense power adjustment. Remember, you got 3 different pylons. You got Power Pylon, Health Pylon, and Destructive Pylon. Destructive Pylon and Power Pylon are both raw damage modifiers. And then Health Pylon, of course, is the health. Where do you get Power Pylon? I think it's Chaos 7. Chaos 7 Shard Pack. I don't like you, Nimbus Reach. Go away. Go away. I don't have any plans to play on consoles. I don't have any specific times. At some point. I don't know. I mean, right now I'm in the middle of Ancient Power resets, so by moving over to the console, I would be... Oh, there we go. A little Chaos 8 amp action. By moving over and playing on the console, I'd be taken away from my main account. Until I get these Ancient Power... Or until I either get bored with the Ancient Power resets, which will happen too. I probably won't do anything on a console in the immediate future. Until, like I said, until I either get bored or have something else to do. Alright, let's see. Or have nothing else to do, I mean, pardon me. Alright, Luis, take it easy. Thanks for swinging by, man. How many mobs we got? 49. That's not crap. I'll throw one up here for flyers just in case. The flyers dip pretty low in this lane, but better to be safe than sorry. Lots of mobs there. Wondering if a PDT would be good here. Let's do that and get rid of one of the bees. Oh no! I always forget. Huntress can't double jump or fly. He's sitting there, he's telling you Chaos 7 in chat there, Kai. I mean, why would you not... Why would you question that? Let's see. Oop, I forgot to look for hex throwers. Of course, hex throwers will be on this lane, right? No hex thrower? Actually, there's some javelin throwers. So there will be hex throwers. What's going on, Doug? How you doing? See, it leaves me 210 for up here. We definitely are going to want a reflect. Let's get the bees down first, and I'll just leave enough. There we go, perfect. And we'll go like that. Actually seems like it could be off to the side a little more. There we go. I like it. What's going on there, Bacon? How you doing? Those fishers are just really... The tooltips are really buggy on them, Dan, is all. Destructive Pylon's better. Power Pylon's the cheap normal shard. Destructive Pylon's the hyper shard. So Destructive is just a better version of Power. But the difference there is Destructive is 2 mil to upgrade, and Power Pylon is... I don't know how much, but it's not 2 mil. More coffee. That's a good call there, onboard. Yeah, Destructive is the... I want to say it's the 6th Mastery Shard. So you get it at like... What, 660-ish stars? Right around there somewhere. I'm using Power Pylon, Bacon, on the tree. I don't want to, I mean, Destructive would be better, but I don't want to spend the gold. $580. Alright, fair enough. Or yeah, I guess there's only 735 total stars. 575. It's right around there. It's the 6th one. So, I mean, it's deep into Mastery, you know? Very, very deep. Uh-oh, forgot to juice up. I'm juiceless. Yeah, I did all the masteries the day they came out. When Mastery first released, it was a race. Actually, I didn't do Chaos 7 the day it came out. It took me 2 days to do Chaos 7. They released one tier per week for 7 weeks in a row. And there was a race day, a Mastery race day. Boy, bees chew up Bastille Masters. Oh, yeah. That's a steal there, Kai. Very nice. I spelled ancient wrong. Wouldn't be the first time. Fix it, see you later. Nah, I think I'll leave it. Just because it triggered you so much. In fact, maybe I'll hop on over into the title and spell something else wrong too. Grammar Nazis can all GTFO. I could care less if it's spelled right or wrong. No, it took me 2 days. I got it on the second day. The reason I didn't do C7 on the first day was because it was Thanksgiving weekend and I had family in town. That one released on Saturday and I had it done by Sunday. It didn't take me 2 weeks to do anything in the game, any content at all. I always went ham on it right away. All the other ones I got done on release day, but Chaos 7, like I said, it was Thanksgiving weekend. And I had family visiting. I don't know, I'm thinking about giving that Tower Defense mod and They Are Billions another try. David. It is a really, really fun game. Ooh, we're getting a big push here. What should I do? Oh, man. Come on, bees. Should I monk it? Yeah, I'm gonna monk it. Yep, everything died. It got pushed really hard, but everything did die. Connection's going wonky again. It's still an early access game, David, so it might be on Xbox eventually. It's still in development. They Are Billions is. I better get some ups in down here. I usually put Dragoliches up for 7.5 million on PC. They don't sell right away at 7.5 million. You see them as low as like probably 5 million, unless you see somebody who made a mistake. That one Kai's talking about, the person obviously it missed a 0. There's nothing wrong with playing on the Xbox, David. You get good games there that you don't get on PC. As soon as you get a gaming PC, there will be a new Halo game you want to play and watch. Have I played Tomb Raider? I played a couple of the Tomb Raider games, not all of them though. My wife plays all of those. Man, those guys aren't making it close. Wave 5 could end up being sketchy. Let's see, let's upgrade this. We got a Tuskar. I'm gonna have to watch Tuskar. I'm just going to dump it all right here. That should be good. She did. We haven't skied in a long time. When we left Vegas, we moved to Lake Tahoe, and we lived, like, not quite walking distance, especially during the winter, but really, really close to the bottom chair at a ski resort. So we skied every day. There was one year, you know, the thing in those ski towns is you count how many days you spent on the snow in a year. Like, people would mark it off on their calendars. But there was 1 year where we had skied like 200 days out of the year. You spelled merge wrong. I already told you I don't care. I don't care. I'll fix it in the VOD. I'm not going to stop the stream to fix a typo. I do not care. Can I still ski? Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm going to be rusty. It's all good there, Merge. Don't sweat it. I'm not angry. I'm old, Doug. Old. I'm 45. I'll be 46 this year. There's no difference between Dragos. They're all the same. They're all cosmetic. The only difference is the cosmetic. Yeah, I would be extremely rusty, and I'm out of shape right now, but I would... You got 3 years on me? Nice. Doug's the old guy around here now, not me. Actually, there's a couple of DD2 players that are 60 plus that I'm aware of. I don't want to name any names, but there's one player in particularly from Texas, if you're watching, that is, he's like 64. 48, it's all over but the crying. Alright, now this one I'm going to have to mix in some other defenses. I'm just not going to be able to clear it with just bees. Just because I don't have all the shards set up on my Dryad. You're not 64 though, tabletop. I know you're not. There's a lot of DD2 fans from Germany there, Kai. Quite a few. I know a bunch. Bunches. Nothing good, nothing good. Well, thanks there, Doug. I appreciate it. Alright, I tell you what. First things first, let's go through every lane and throw down poison dart towers. A PDT on every lane. And then I'll see what kind of DU I got left for other stuff. Man, do I got something wrong here? No, but I got the Ascension in. Let's see. Yeah, let's just get one. I was going to go 2 PDTs there because of the flyers, but let's just get one. See, and I do have Skyguard set up too, right? Yeah. And it appears I got Ascension in. So let's put an actual Skyguard on this lane. Where do we want it? It's got an EMP there. You know what? I'm just going to put it back. I'll put it right there. Alright, and we want poison here. Covering the lane and the flyers. I think here I'll just throw one on that lane. So what does that leave me? It leaves me 970 left. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 lanes with 970 DU. Who's got the calculator? What is that, 150? That's 110, 112 and a half per lane. Just say 110. What would that be? That would only give me 3 Bs. I might have to go without Boostar this time. That would be 110 right there. And I don't really like that. I mean, it might work. Hex throwers. Let's put this down here to avoid the hex throwers. And then we'll just go with the bees right here. Something like that. Actually, it looks like I've got a ton of DU left still. Maybe my math was off there. Was my math off? Oh, I'm saying 110. It's 160 per lane. So I can go with the boost. Alright, I screwed it all up. I messed it all up, people. 150 times 6 is 900, right? Yeah. 150 times 6. Where'd I come up with 110? There we go. Let's do this instead. Make sure this bee's picking up the pylon. Come on, little purple. Yep, it is. Perfect. Actually, I could leave that there and just throw the boost in front of it, right? Alright, so here, might as well boost the PDT as well, huh? I'm going to go 4 Bs over here. Here I could get away with 1 tree. I don't think I could fit everything I want, though, inside of 1 booster. Or I guess I could use other defenses, too. That's what I should do. Let's go like this. What's that leave me? I can go ahead and go with a PDT over here as well. It leaves me enough for 1 more B somewhere. See, what's the toughest lane up top? 90 and 40. I would say it would probably be over here. Alright, now I'm just 2Bing it this time. Which defenses go through spawns? Quite a few of them are beer goggles. Earth Shatters, Bees, Nimbus. What else? Fishers. Let's do it. I might have to do some hero swapping here on this one, actually. May end up being the most effective way. I think I should do that. Get some hero swapping going. Yeah, LSA Flame Aura. Uh-oh, I got borked up. I got borked. The borkage is real. Yeah, I'm gonna have to monk it up here. This is just not gonna get it. Needs more upgrades. Oh wow, I put that tree there with the hex thrower. That's one of the problems. Yeah, weapon manufacturers go in. Lots of, almost all AoE defenses do. Ground AoE aura type defenses anyway. There's a big old push down here too. Yeah, I'm gonna have to mix it up a little, get some ballistas going here. Either that or I need to get good. One of the two. I can't imagine I'm gonna get good at any point soon. Alright, tabletop, take it easy. Have a good one. You know what? I'm going to try to upgrade through this. That was a big push, but... You know what? Let me just... I know this is a problem area, so just let me really hook it up. I'm not doing that. You know what? Let's move it all back. That hex thrower is a problem. If we put it over here like we did the other side, then it won't be as big of an issue. Now, where does the hex thrower have to come to? The hex thrower will have to come all the way down to here before it can hit the tree. So hopefully it's wrecked by then. Looking good for the moment. Must pay attention. Using the Burning Strike shard on the monk. Got a sneaker. Get out of there. I have to upgrade this lane next, I think. Getting pushed here too, though. Not as bad. What's going on, Ashley? How you doing? Alright, that wasn't too bad. Alright, let's get some upsend down here. Fatten this area up a bit. I'm doing good, Ashley. No complaints. Still trying to wake up. I had a tough time getting out of bed today. I didn't get a whole lot of sleep. I fell asleep around 7 and then got up at 10. Or tried to get up at 10. Didn't go too well. Armand, how you doing? Welcome. It's gonna be... You want to put it on your most used defense, Panu. Whatever defense you use more than anything else is where you want it. Yeah, this went better than I thought. I mean, it's not over yet. Only wave 3, but doing pretty decent. Do an exclamation GW in chat. There, Acid will give you the full rundown on the Gunwitch. What's going on, Nico? How you doing? I just ignore it, Kai. I haven't even looked at it. It's good. All buffed up. Bees are beast. Now I'm double stacking destruction. Let's get the juice. Gonna leave a couple stars laying over here too. Where's Mr. Dragon going? Over here. Frozen Path is not one of my favorites, but it does have some benefits, Doug. It will freeze, or it will slow mobs that can't be slowed. So frozen enemies, it will slow those lanes still. So it's got benefits, but it's not one of my favorites. I don't like that you have to shoot the ground with it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Gonna have a problem here with the Lady Orc, huh? Maybe. Where's she at? There she is. Nope, she did. Yeah, it slows Lady Orcs as well, minders. Any mob that by default can't be slowed. So Frost enemies, Lady Orcs, Quibbly. It works on all of those. Get my stars back here real quick. No, I'm not going to repeat things. I don't know what they mean there, Kai, so don't even ask. I don't think there's a link to that, Craven, but it will be in this playlist right here. You'll find the Boost Star one in that playlist. Boosted path doesn't work on Mega Shark. That's unfortunate. Crap, man. I'm in trouble. I am in trouble. Big trouble. I got double dragoned. Man, stupid bugs. When you lose a match because of a bug, nothing infuriates me more than that. And I'm gonna lose this match because of a stupid bug. There's so many bugs in the game, it's ridiculous. Just beyond irritating. I mean, you're gonna lose matches every now and then, but when you lose them due to a bug, it just grinds at me. Alright, let's see. Yeah, Grave Infection is awesome, Nico. Grave Infection and Frostfire Remnants is one of the most powerful combos in the game right now on weapons. Frostfire Remnants will drop again on Monday night after midnight Eastern Time. Alright, see if I can do this without... Hopefully I don't get the double dragon now that it's reset. Grave Infection comes from either of the High Seas maps. It's called Burning Strikes, Dylan. It's a Chaos 5 shard. It's a Chaos 5 shard pex. I'm gonna ignore that Bastille Master and just look for these dragons. Looks like I only got one dragon this time. That's plus. And there he is. Come on. I got another loss here. That one was my fault, though. Headstrong Assassins. Well, actually, they weren't even headstrong. Ooh. Come on. Oof. Wow. Somehow managed to salvage that. That was rough, though. Thanks for subscribing there, Gonzalo. I do appreciate you. Alright, well there we go. That's a win. It was ugly, but it's a win. Yeah, you can do it with any hero, but what's the fun in that? That was day one stuff. The day maps come out, I AFK grind it like that. It's more fun to jump around. It's because I'm using Grave Infection with it, Penna. Grave Infection procs Frostfire, and Frostfire procs Grave Infection. So by using those together, they'll sit there and keep pushing it up over and over again. I got crap. All you got on the monk is speed boost and crane stance is all I'm using. If I was actually done doing ancient power resets, I would use the hyper shard in there too, but I just don't see a point. It's on the weekly rotation from the Drakenfrost Keep map, Nico. It's next week's mod. Because Earthquake does practically nothing. It's just a novelty. It just doesn't do anything. That is actually it for right now, though. I will be back later with something else, though. Like I said, I was thinking about trying that They Are Billions tower defense again. I think I might, actually. But anyway, here's the first, 9 floors? Nah, it's going to be They Are Billions next, I think, Nico. But anyway, thanks a ton, everybody. I appreciate you all swinging by. Everybody have a fantastic weekend. And like I said, I'll be back in... What time is it now? I'll be back in about an hour with some They Are Billions. Doing that tower defense mod. That should be fun. But thank you all so much. Everybody have a great weekend. And I will see you soon. Take it easy.